Greetings to all of you. A new collab hero named EMPYRIAN Ingrid has appeared on the test server today. If you are going to improve it, I would not recommend doing this, since without a donation you can make it a maximum of 3 red stars. Regarding the choice of other UR characters in this summon, there is no choice, just her. You will definitely need to get 1 copy for the collection, but you will need real money to improve it. Let's study her abilities and discuss her with you in the comments. She belongs to the factions of Light and Order and is a Warlock who wears medium equipment. Let's start by reading her ultimate, because it will tell you about her attack modes. EMPYRIAN Starfall, Debuff, Control, Damage. Before Ingrid takes action, she switches to Solar Mode if there are 4 or more surviving enemy heroes, or Stellar Mode otherwise. She enters Solar Mode at start of battle. When casting Ultimate, Ingrid unleashes different effects based on her current mode. As you can see, it has 2 modes that depend on the number of opponents on the field. In Solar Mode, Ingrid deals damage equal to 250% of her attack to all enemies 3 times and stuns them for 2 seconds. Control is always good, and considering that it will cause damage to everyone, 2 seconds of inactivity of the opponents is cool. In Stellar Mode, Ingrid attacks random enemy heroes 10 times, dealing damage equal to 250% of her attack with each hit. Each hit permanently reduces the target damage reduction by 5%, stacking up to 10 times. Both modes look strong and each is useful in its own way. Her ultimate deals extra damage equal to 10% of the enemy max HP, but not exceeding 1000% of her attack. This is a very important addition to her ability, as a percentage of the maximum HP is an extremely useful skill for characters who deal damage. In both modes, damage deal increased to 300% of her attack. I think there will be a lot of damage from her ultimate. Let's continue. Shifting Star, Passive, Buff. Ingrid gains 50% damage reduction in Solar Mode. After casting Ultimate if Stellar Mode, she cannot be targeted by enemies for 4 seconds. She loses this effect if there are no targetable allies afield. A very cool addition to this ability is that Defense Ignored is increased to 60%. This is a very big damage boost for her abilities. Zenith Flux, Skill, Control, Damage. In Solar Mode, deals damage equal to 200% of her attack to all enemies in front. In Stellar Mode, attacks the nearest enemy 3 times, dealing damage equal to 200% of attack with each hit. In Solar Mode, stuns enemies with the Solar Blight for 2 seconds when hitting them. Once again, Control is always good. In both modes, damage deal increased to 260% attack. I like that she has a lot of stuns on her abilities, it's useful. Celestial Alignment, Passive, Debuff, Damage. In Solar Mode, Ingrid inflicts the Solar Blight on the 2 enemies with highest attack, reducing the damage they deal to her by 80% and healing received by 70%. It's a pity that this debuff only works for her. This state lasts until Ingrid dies or exits Solar Mode. In Stellar Mode, every 5 times hits enemies with her skills or basic attack, she launches an extra attack at enemy with the lowest HP percentage, dealing damage equal to 200% attack. In addition, Solar Blight also reduces the shield effects enemies receive by 70%. Damage in Stellar Mode is increased to 300%. A lot of damage, a lot of control. I think the character will show good damage results, but we'll see when the donators improve it. Now her Realm skill. In solar mode, when allied hero casts ultimate, an extra enemy is inflicted the solar blight, and all enemies with solar blight cannot cast ultimates for 4 seconds. Good ability to control the opponent's ultimates. This effect can only trigger once every 5 seconds per allied hero. In stellar mode, when allied hero casts ultimate, Ingrid recovers 200 energy. And here's getting energy for a faster ultimate to deal damage faster in stellar mode. In solar mode, when allied hero casts ultimate, all enemies with solar blight take damage equal 5% of her max HP per second. Effect lasts for 4 seconds. Another additional improvement is her damage from the maximum HP percentage. In stellar mode, the extra attack celestial alignment deals extra damage equal to 70% of enemies' lost HP. And another additional attack is added at the last level. Now let's look at her soul vessel. Ingrid gains attack equal to 8% of the attack of enemies with the solar blight, capped by 40% and stacking up to 5 times. Effect lasts until the end of the fight. It does even more damage here. At level 10, instead of 8%, she will receive 16%. At level 20 in solar mode, Ingrid is immune to most control and target changing effects. And at level 30 in stellar mode, Ingrid's crit rate is increased by 30%. Soul Vessel is more focused on increasing her damage, and most of her abilities are specifically about damage. Now there are Orly cards. The first set, each time Ingrid casts ultimate, she gains 1 point of solar energy depending on her mode. Each point of solar energy or stellar energy grants her 10% damage increase, stacking up to 4 times. She gets even more damage here. On the second set, instead of 10%, she gets 20%. And on the third set, when switching modes, she restores 200 energy over the next 4 seconds for each point of energy she has. Gains 1 point energy at the start of battle. What can be said about the character is that she is a pure damager with a lot of damage enhancement abilities, plus she has good control and stun abilities. Her only problem is that she's an absolutely donate hero who can't be improved without money. Therefore, we are taking 1 copy of it for the collection and waiting for other events. And of course, it's a pity that we didn't have a choice of characters in the banner, because I would love to continue improving the characters that I already have. I'm waiting for you in the comments and see you in the next videos.